welcome back to Afternoon Express, where all the Easter festivities are getting your girl hot, honey. And I hope that you are joining us cooking side by side. But now it's time to turn our attention to the change of seasons and possibly some colds and flus. To all the parents watching right now, we all want the best for our children, especially when it comes to their health. And with the seasons changing, health is definitely near the top of the list for most parents. But what can you do to make sure that your child stays happy and healthy throughout the year? We've got pediatrician Dr. Yolandi Visser on the line to share some tips and advice on kids' health. Welcome back to the Loft.
Hello. Hi, good afternoon, everyone.
Oh, it's so lovely to see you, especially right now where things are, getting a little chilly around the country. And it's very, very important to make sure that all of our kids are taken care of.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is the season for the poor kiddies to take a bit of strain. And after the last 2 years, I think, we need to look after them very, very well over this winter period.
Absolutely, Dr. Yolandi. Now, my first question for you is what are some of the signs and symptoms of child's general health becoming weak that parents need to look out for in order to, of course, medicate them with that paracetamol?
So general health, weakening of your general health could mean a couple of things, but usually when you have a weakened general health, you will get frequent illnesses. And we know the little ones, especially those going to school, the creche going kids, you will get sick. In terms of flu, upper respiratory tract infections, might even go a bit lower down to a bit of a chest infection. And those kids, we just have to keep an eye on them. If you think your child is ill, which could mean they have a fever, they just a bit miserable, flushing, not sleeping well, poor appetite, that could mean that they have a weakened immune system, or they're just unhealthy at the point. And the main reason for using paracetamol at that stage would be for fever and for general body aches and pains. And you all know your little ones very well. So if you think they feel warm, they feel unwell, give them some paracetamol so that they can feel better and that they can get healthy sooner.
Yeah, okay, brilliant. But should then parents be giving their children paracetamol medication when recovering from the COVID virus?
Yeah, so if you look at Corona and all the research and everything, we know that it's very safe to give paracetamol. Yesterday morning, we spoke briefly about the dose of paracetamol. As long as you stick to the dose and the intervals, not overdosing and making sure there's no associated complications, easy to administer, very safe to use.
Stunning. But then what can your local pharmacy give or recommend your child to ensure that their general health does not start weakening?
Yeah, so that would always be a difficult one. We know we get lots of over-the-counter medication, and if you don't need anything, taking something, maybe taking excessive doses of iron and vitamin D, it could be really bad for your health. So if you're unsure, I would rather seek some help than just buying some over-the-counter medication. I prefer that you rather do that if you're worried about your child's general health.
Yeah, definitely. Prevention is better than cure, I always say. But then are there any specific vitamin medications that children may use in order to help boost their recovery process?
So most importantly is for the child to get back to their normal diet. We know when they're sick, they don't eat very well. So your fruits, your veggies, getting back to normal. And then if you're recovering from an illness, any multivitamin containing zinc with some vitamin C, always a really good option for 2 to 3 weeks during and post-illness. It really helps to recover your immune system. If they're not eating and drinking well, you can also get a form of a shake, which you get loads of them over the counter that could actually just boost them for a couple of weeks if they have a poor appetite.
Yeah, but you see, Dr. Yolandi, at the end of the day, so many parents are very concerned with the long-term effects of giving their kids medication. So if parents constantly give their children paracetamol for pain and fever relief, can this then lead to an addiction of paracetamol in the long run?
Overdosing with paracetamol is really difficult. You have to use quite high amounts. So please be careful with that in general. So long-term use obviously not recommended. So be safe, stick to your recommended doses, and if you have to use paracetamol for more than 3 to 4 days, rather seek some medical attention and make sure you are doing the right thing for your child.
Thank you so much. Well, Dr. Visser, thank you for joining us and giving us some invaluable tips on how to keep your kids healthy and happy. Remember, if you have any questions regarding the health of your children, avoid the internet and speak to your doctor. They always know better. Goodbye, Yolandi.
Bye, thank you.
Introducing new PANADO Pediatric Syrup 5ml sachets. They're really convenient to pack and easy to use, so you're always prepared for pain and fever anytime, anywhere.